going on YouTube? Line 95 here. Another video. Trying to do a little something different for today. Old hobby I used to sort of kind of be into. Nothing crazy, but I have a Traxxas rustler. Purchased probably, I got this probably about like 2 years ago. Played with it once. Axles broke. I tried to, there's a axle that broke. Yeah, but I tried to fix the axle by like just drilling a new hole in there and just to patch it up for now. But I got these new axles here. These are hardened steel axles. Like I said, I bought these like probably like a year and a half ago by now. But like I said, once I got them in, I kind of just threw them on top of the car and left it since. But I got a few new parts here. I'm gonna go ahead and throw on and hopefully get this thing out into the field today. So I got new wheels. These are just the original Traxxas rustler wheels. The ones that I got the truck with are these huge, these are like monster truck wheels, but truck came with a bad servo, possibly or probably because of these super heavy wheels. You know, just using them over time, it just wears a servo out. There's just more strain on it, and it's not, you know, it wasn't designed to turn those heavy wheels. So got the stock wheels. I just ordered these, brand new. Got these here. Axles, I told you I ordered like a year ago. I got a new body for it, battery, and some other small odds and ends. I do, however, notice that I need to get a new clutch and flywheel for it, because I mean, this is super cooked, as you can see. I mean, it's just chipping away and whatnot. But I'll just tighten the preload on that a little bit more. Hopefully it doesn't destroy the transmission. Just get some playtime out of it for today. The clutch is also seen better days. But like I said, all that stuff should work for now. So in the middle of the process of changing these axles, I got this one changed out already. As you can see, new hardened steel. That one's done. Just you throw the wheel on that side. Getting to this side. This was the side that was actually had the broken axle on it. Oh, not that one. Is this one? Yeah, it's this one. Again, I mean, with the plastic, it's brittle. And when you get these trucks kind of actually like using them and not just kind of cruising back and forth, you know, jumping in, stuff like that, hard throttle accelerations and whatnot, it tears apart this plastic. As you can see, like this one was ready to go right after. The part that broke was the actual spindle piece here. See, I don't know if you can see that little groove right there. That's where the hole used to be. And it broke on both sides. I just cut them off and drilled some new holes a little lower, which doesn't work as well because, you know, the axle that can't really fold this way. Like it can fold like this side to side, but it can't fold this like up and down like how this one, like how it's supposed to be. So you see this one goes side to side, up and down, so on and so forth. And that's not good because, you know, the truck sits like this naturally, so it has to have that angle there in order to, you know, work smoothly. So there was definitely some binding going on with this hack job axle I created, but it worked for the time being. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and swap this next axle out and then go rip it. In case you guys are wondering, I'll just run you through the steps. So pretty much this axle goes on down here. You see the hole on the spindle down there. Let's line up with these holes, threaded side. You want to put on top because that's where you're gonna start screwing it. So it goes over like that, and then you have this kind of pin here. I don't know if you see that. That has threads on one end and then smooth on the other end, and that just slides through the top there. Sorry about that. Then you take your Allen key here and you just screw this down on into that hole right there at the top. That hole there. Alright. So I already did the other one. And this is already pretty much out. So then we're just gonna go ahead and throw this one. Remember, you wanna put the threaded side. I mean, it doesn't really matter which side goes up, but you're obviously gonna be screwing into the threaded side, so you want that facing up so you can actually screw it into the axle. So that goes on like that. Then it slides all the way in. And you grab your pin. This transmission side is a lot tougher. There's like a lot less space over here, but make it work. Okay. Just turn that. And hopefully I get that hole. Oops. Hopefully I got the hole lined up, which I do not. So let's go like that. Try this again. Okay. This should probably be a lot easier if I had like a needle nose pliers to kind of feed it into the hole, but a little lazy. There it is. All right. So you know it went through the axle all the way when the threads are bottomed out like that. If it didn't go through that hole on the spindle coming out of transmission, that you would still see some of the smooth shaft sticking out. So we got that. See if I can get you guys there. It's gonna be a little tough. Let me see if I could set you guys up here somewhere where you can see what I'm doing. Okay, let's get it like that. All right. Take your Allen key, and like I said, this side's a little claustrophobic, so a little bit trickier, but look, nothing we can't handle. All right. So I'm just holding this output shaft on the transmission right here, just to keep it from spinning. This might have been a little bit better if my Allen key that I had is a little bit longer. It just barely clears the transmission case. Okay, better view. I know there's not much light down there, but okay, and you just want to get that flush. It doesn't really go too much farther than that. Snug it. Doesn't have to be crazy tight. Still a toy. So, all right, so got that in there. All right. This axle should be secure. Yep, it's in there. And then you just take this end, it's splined in. I'm not sure if you, I mean, I'm a mechanic, so you know, we grease every joint that kind of slides in and out. But again, but I'm not sure, you know, this is a toy, so I'm not sure if this would apply. I mean, it could probably definitely help. But we're gonna go ahead and just shove that in there without any grease for now. Because I don't have, actually, 2 seconds. Okay, so I actually have this this clear synthetic grease. Prevents rust, corrosion, it's waterproof, non-staling, chemical resistant, so on and so forth. This is actually for my fixed gear bicycle that I got not too long ago, but I think it should still do the trick. I'm just gonna put, not a whole lot, but just, you know, a thin film just to help with wear and stuff. I don't drive this truck too much, so that is actually a crap ton of grease. But yeah, I don't drive this truck too much, so I don't feel like even without it, it probably wouldn't wear that much. But let's just cause, I mean, we have it, so why not? So there's a lot of grease. I'll take some of that off. But I think we should be good there. So let's just put that up, put that in, slide it in out a little bit, get all the excess off, and then we could just clean this stuff up here so it's not spitting everywhere. Should be good right there. Let me go clean my fingers off. Actually, I'm gonna use this for the other side. But I already put that side together, so I'm gonna throw this side together real quick. And then this, sorry, my hand's in the way. This spindle here just kind of slides through the bearing. I mean, the axle slides through the spindle. And they have bearings in there. You can see that bearing there. Make sure the bearings on both sides. I put the other one back, or I almost put the other one back. And then I realized that the bearing had come out on the old axle. But there's that. Then there should be a pin here that goes through the spindle. There's a hole right there on the spindle, and you just slide that through. And then you have your hex, which this one's like super worn, so I might eventually get the aluminum ones. Just better peace of mind. And I mean, like I said, these ones are wearing, so I don't know if anybody's ever had these slip. I wouldn't imagine so, because I mean they don't move at all. They're just inside the back of the wheel there, if you're not so sure, and it just fits in that little hexagon there. And it's a really snug fit, so it shouldn't really be moving around in there. So then that, you just pop over that pin, as you can see. I don't know if you guys saw that, has a little cutout there for the pin, and it kind of acts as like a clip and holds that hexagon piece in there. Okay, let's do this. Turn this a little bit just to get that sideways there, so this pin will stop falling out. Slide that through there. And then our hub. Would that be a hub? That'd probably be a hub. So, and then you should hear it like click on when you squeeze it together. Just clicking. Do I have it lined up? Make sure you have the it lined up with the grooves in the back, and then that should, boom, pop on just like that. And then we just put this upper control arm on. Got your screw there, just a regular Phillips on this car. You just slide this through this arm, and then put it to the hole. Get it started by hand. And have your handy dandy Phillips screwdriver. Make sure it's going the right way. Got that there. Yeah. Just tighten that through. Again, snug, doesn't have to be super tight. So that side is done. Got some grease on there. I guess we could just leave that. That'll be all right. Teacher always used to tell me never go in dry. Take it how you want it. So let's do that. Now let's come back to this side here. Let me pop this back off so I can go ahead and grease this axle as well. I just use a really tiny Allen key to pry it off real quick. Pull that key out, pin rather. And we also have to take off this top screw on this side. Don't want to strip it, so make sure you put some pressure on it to break it loose, and then afterwards you should be all right. Like that. And once you have that most of the way out, that comes off. Then you just flip this forward and slide the axle back. Let's see, the bearing was trying to come out again there. See how it's kind of make sure that stays in there. And then use the rest of this grease I have on my other finger, still, this entire process, and just grease that side up as well. Again, I'm not sure if you need to do this, but it can't hurt, you know. The only bad thing I could see happening is, you know, driving this in the dirt and stuff, that these are gonna get all clogged up with dirt and stuff. So it's probably gonna be a little bit more to maintain, because it's gonna be catching all that dirt and stuff. Because I mean, it slides in there, but it doesn't go. It only goes about, I want to say, half the way in. So the rest of this axle is exposed, and I greased the entire axle. So that's just gonna be sliding in and out with the compression of the suspension, and could cause some issues. But I mean, those issues would be, you know, resolved by cleaning the axles, which isn't a huge job. As you can see, it's only, you gotta take the wheels off, take the upper control arm off, and then take this little hex off with the pin, and the axle slides up. And then just move this in and out, get all that grease worked in there, and then wipe off the excess. Like so. Okay, so we're good on that. And now, reverse process again. I'll do this side. Try to do this side quickly, and then we get the clutch back on. Okay, so it actually looks like you don't even have to take the bolt off. I probably could have checked that before I did that, but yeah, it actually looks like if you just take this top bolt off, you should be able to slide the axle out, which makes it even easier than it already was. So cleaning the axles, if it does get kicked up with dirt and rocks and stuff, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. And I don't use this truck too often. Last time I ran it was like a year and a half ago. So should be all right. Tighten this back up. I got a new bodyboard as well. That's in the room, and these posts aren't original to the Traxxas Rustler. I guess the last owner of this must have been running like a truck body on it, but I prefer the stock Rustler body. Not necessarily stock Rustler body, but the Rustler body shape. All right, so here is your flywheel. I'm not sure the correct terminology for all these pieces, but I'm assuming this is gonna be like a flywheel. And then, like I said, that's gonna be your clutch, or these are gonna be your clutches right here. And this is pretty much just kind of like a final drive gear, I guess. Not entirely sure what this would be, but this is what connects the so motor goes to these gears here that I showed you before, which then goes to the clutch, which transfers torque through the flywheel, and the flywheel is solid to this, so this spins with the flywheel, and this is what connects all that motion to the transmission or to the differential, which then goes to the wheels. So I guess this would technically just be like a flywheel bolts, technically, you know, but obviously it's not bolts, it's just a different type of fastener, or a different way to fasten it to the rest of the drivetrain. So that just goes on like that. I don't know if you guys saw that. This also has a little pin right there, just like the wheels. And this just slides on like so. Make sure that's all the way on there. Then the clutch goes on. It looks like one side has kind of like a sharp edge too, and the other side has a little bit of a beveled edge. But I'm putting it back on the same direction that I got it off. And that just slides over that as well. And then it just goes onto these four little teeth here. Oh, like so. So, I don't know if you guys can see, but that kind of just sits on those little teeth there. Those teeth are part of the little fastener plate behind it, and that rides on there. And then you take your clutch, and that just slides over here like so. And then what you always want to make sure, you know, you get your teeth lined up with the pinion, and then also you want to make sure that the clutch doesn't fall off, because it's kind of just sitting there right now. So you want to get all that nice lined up. There's no type of timing that goes on there or anything, but yep, got that all, the teeth nice lined up. You can still see in there that the clutch is still secure. Then you're gonna take this spring here, which is like a tension spring, which you use to adjust the tension, or like the preload rather, on the clutch. I believe I'll show you guys how to adjust that in a second. There's a bolt for it. So I learned how to do this through another YouTube video actually, and the way he was showing how to do it is to tighten it down all the way. All right, so we're just gonna take that, try to get these all as tight as possible. Only thing is, everything spins when you're trying to tighten this, so you gotta hold the axles, attempt to hold the axles while you tighten it, and you gotta hold both of them. So let me try to finagle something real quick. Okay, so that's not working. So what I'm gonna try to do, I'm gonna put these wheels on. I'm gonna put this wheel on actually, and I'm gonna hold this other axle with my hand. All right, let's see what we can do here. Okay, so let's throw this wheel on right here. All right. So just screw the screw in. But yeah, the way he was doing it, he had both wheels on. And he had both wheels on. And what he was doing, he was kind of just, if I remember correctly, because I did watch this video a long time ago. Again, probably like a year ago, or a year and a half ago, which is the last time I played with this thing. So do like that, tighten these wheels down, take it off this one. So what he did right here is you gotta hold this and then just hold the truck down on its wheels and tighten. You guys can see that, tighten that bolt that we just put on there. And he said he locked it. So right now the transmission is locked. There's no slippage going on at all. And then I believe he backed it up. So right now you gotta hold, the way he showed is you hold this here, all right? This final drive gear, and you try to roll the truck back and forth. And if you hold the gear tightly, the truck won't be able to roll. See, like this is just the play in the gears that you guys are seeing roll right here, but I can't move it anywhere past that as long as I'm holding this gear. So what he told me is to, or what I watched was to back this off. Oh, hold on. Back this off until you can roll the truck. So I keep the pressure on the wheels like I'm trying to roll it still, and I loosen it until I can roll the truck. So we're rolling it right there. And there's not really, I mean, I guess it's not a super good way to do it because you don't know how tight I'm holding it. But that feels about good right there. So like there's still, I can grab this and roll the truck ever so slightly and it slips, but it also engages really nice. So the problem with having it solidly mounted is that if you try to, like, if you're flooring your truck, so you're giving it all the gas and then you hit the brakes on it, it'll lock up the transmission and possibly destroy all those gears in there. And I believe rustlers come with plastic gears inside the transmission. So you do it, if you do it all the way tight and just have it solid mounted, yes, you'll have incredible throttle response. This thing will do crazy wheelies, but you run the chance of destroying all those gears in there. So you want a little bit of slippage going on so that if you do hit the brakes after like a full throttle, your transmission will be good. It'll just damage the clutch. Clutch is a lot easier to replace than all the gears in transmission. So yeah, that's pretty much why you want to have it slip just a little bit. Nothing crazy. I think I'm gonna take that back a little bit more, just loosen it up just a little bit more. Okay, that should, let me just tighten that up just a touch. this is kind of just one of those things you want to play with, and you don't need it tight. This truck doesn't weigh anything, so the amount of tension I have on there right now should be perfect for it, or close to perfect. So yeah, that's pretty much how you change these axles. I'm gonna go ahead and throw these front wheels on here. These are the factory Traxxas wheels. These monster truck wheels here are just way too heavy for this truck. I did get an upgraded servo with metal gears in it, so it probably should be able to handle these tires now, but these tires are also just they're coming apart. They need to be like re-glued. So this truck, like with these tires, they just kind of hop and stuff. And yeah, so probably save those, repair these and, leave them in the bag just for whatever. These here are pretty much trash. You don't need these anymore. I don't believe I'd have any troubles with the hardened steel ones. Oh wow, this one's like stiff. Look at this one. I'm like pulling on that and it's all boogered up. Oh yeah, that's bad. See, that's the dirt and stuff there building up in here, and it's it's like really rough. Is this one this way? See, this one's a lot smoother. And this is the non-broken one. So that may have contributed to this one exploding and split smithereens, but yeah, that one's like really tight. And it doesn't even go all the way down. But we got those replaced, so these are trash anyways. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna put on the body. I have to change these posts out. You guys probably don't want to see this. I mean, you really just, in the back, you just take these two bolts out, and this body right here, this is the stock mount right here, not these. So you just gotta take these two Phillips out. That comes off. This one, same thing, not those two. These two Phillips here on the back, and then that one comes off. And then I have another thing for it that's supposed to bolt up to there. And then I should be able to put stock body, but the stock body didn't come with the holes, so I'm gonna have to make the holes as well. And I also do believe I got the wrong body, because it has a hole in the back here, like for a glow starter or something. It looks like a hole for a glow starter, so I believe I did get the wrong body. And this mounting point looks like it's gonna be like right where that hole is, so I don't know, we'll see. But putting the body on is not part of this video. We're pretty much done for today. Just gonna swap out these wheels. You guys don't want to see me do that, but yeah, thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in the next one. Ooh. Thing's a lot slower in the grass, especially this grass tall. Try to get the thing to do a catwalk.